Welcome back to the Expert League. My name is Cindy Yu. I'm the National Welfare Manager here at Outside the Locker Room, and I interview different industry professionals for some insight into their work. Today I have James Wheller joining me from Melbourne. Welcome, James. How are you?
Hi, good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No worries. It's lovely to have you. So James is a keen musician. He's currently in his final year of his Masters of Music Therapy, and he has a
Mhm.
strong interest in supporting adolescents and adults in mental health recovery, as well as has some experience in acute and rehabilitation mental health care settings. So you're bringing heaps of experience and knowledge with you today, and thank you for joining us again. I'm sure everyone's really eager to hear about what you do.
Thanks.
Can you tell us what music therapy is and how you came about studying music therapy?
Sure. That's a huge question right at the start, but really important. Music therapy can be quite hard to define because we do work across so many different settings and we do so many different things. When you think about everything you can do with music, that's songwriting, that's listening to music, that's playing music, that's talking about lyrics. All these different things are kind of what the techniques that we use. And we pop up in places like hospitals and community organisations and schools. Um, so because it's so vast, definitions are always quite broad. So the Australian Music Therapy Association kind of uses this definition that music therapy is a research-based practice and profession that actively uses music to support people as they strive to improve their health, function and well-being. So I think the two main things out of that is that it's research based. So like other allied health professions, we have an evidence base. We're published in, say, peer-reviewed medical, nursing, psychology, and music therapy journals around the world. And we're also in this business of supporting people. So using music to help people meet their goals. So it's all based in this relational, person-centered approach where we use music in a therapeutic relationship with a client rather than, say, using music, apply music 3 times a week for this result. It's much more interpersonal than that.
Yeah, absolutely. And music is such a unique taste, isn't it? And such really
Mm.
important work that you guys are doing that you're able to apply in different settings. So when we think
Totally, yeah.
about music and the type of music we listen to, is there an unhelpful way of using our music, and how can we use it to improve our mental health and well-being?
Oh, yeah, that's an excellent question. I think one of the core beliefs of music therapy is that, like you say, music is this deeply personal and powerful thing. It connects us to our experiences, it connects us to our emotions, and we both know that uh, our memories and our past and our emotions aren't always positive and pleasant and happy. So sometimes there is a bit of navigating around how we use music. One example that sometimes comes up is that people can use music to help them stay in a hard memory. A song might bring back a memory or an experience that's hard to deal with, and it can sometimes feel like processing to listen to the song and to be taken back to that place and re-experience those emotions. Um, but sometimes you can get stuck in a cycle. Um, so yeah, music isn't always good. There are lots of great positive things about music, but sometimes, yeah, we do need to kind of respect it and see that it is a really powerful and really personal thing to engage with. Yeah,
Yeah, great. And how is it then helpful, and how can we use it to help improve our health and well-being?
for sure. Um, so music, a lot of the literature and kind of that evidence base I was talking about does come out of perhaps more clinical settings, so places like oncology, palliative care, neurorehabilitation, mental health settings. Um, I think the broader benefits of music are quite well known to people. The social benefits, those feelings of closeness and bonding that you get when you make music with people, which is hard to do at the moment, but as we kind of come out of restrictions, finding ways to make music with people is a really good way to bond. I've always thought of singing the team song at the footy,
Yeah.
part of that experience of being part of a crowd, singing the same thing, and that's a really great experience. There's a lot of neurochemicals kind of going on, helping us feel good and feel close with people.
Mm.
Um, Things like learning a new instrument, so that's all about having fun, engaging, and those feelings of mastery as you achieve things and get better at things.
Yeah.
Those are really positive feelings. Just even the self-expression, so finding that music that it seems like the artist wrote that song about you or about your experience. Music being something that can help us communicate and express things that words may not quite be doing a good job at. And communicating and expression is a really important part of being human. So I suppose, yeah, I guess for people listening in, thinking about how I can use music to help, I would say you're likely already using music in your own life. The same way a physiotherapist might say, when you go for a walk, your normal walk, think about your posture. I would say when you listen to music, as you might already do, think about what the music is doing, what you're bringing to the music, why you're listening to the music, and is it helping? Is music something that helps you motivate? Is it something that helps you get going at the start of the day or in the mid-afternoon slump? Is it something that helps you focus? Is it something that helps you get to sleep? As you go about using music, be switched on, be alert, ask yourself those curious questions about what it's doing for you. And in doing that, you find out a bit about yourself.
Yeah, great. And really important that you're saying it's a different way of expressing ourselves, and we also use it as a way of bonding, and how it can definitely evoke some really strong and positive emotions. So
Totally,
how
yeah.
would someone typically work with a music therapist? What would they expect out of a session, and how do they engage with a therapist?
Sure. So what would typically happen in a session or across a range of sessions? So like I said, with a music therapist, you often work inside a relationship. And so like any relationship, there's kind of the starting parts and then through middle, and then you might work towards achieving kind of goals and leaving a relationship. So we'll kind of start with some sort of assessment where you'll get to know each other, and they might ask you questions about what kind of music you like, and if you have a musical history, or if you don't, that's fine. You don't have to be a musician to get something out of music therapy. And then they'll work on, what you might be doing, and that will be based around the goals that you want to get out of therapy. It might be help expressing yourself, or it might be help processing an experience, or it might be help managing some mood. It might be helping to relax. That would be very individual for each person.
Yeah.
As far as finding a music therapist, the best resource for everything to do with music therapy in Australia is the Australian Music Therapy Association website, which I think we can probably put a link in the description or something like that, if that's all right. There you can find more information about music therapy, how to become a music therapist if that's something you might want to do down the track, but also how to find music therapists in your area. We are all around Australia at the moment, so no matter where you are, you should be able to find someone to help you out. We are also accessible through the NDIS. So if you're accessing services through the NDIS, then you can talk to your planner about bringing music therapy into that. It is available.
Great. Well, thank you for sharing that. I'm sure some people are eager to engage with a music therapist. I also hear that you're part of a band and you like to use music yourself. What type of music do you find is helpful for yourself?
I started off as a jazz musician kind of through uni. So I started off playing a lot of jazz piano.
Yeah.
And these days I play a mix of everything, a lot more ukulele and guitar because they're easy to carry around.
Yeah.
As far as what I listen to, I'm really into kind of the atmospheric kind of Scandinavian post-rock sort of stuff, artists like Sigur Rós. But I've also recently discovered an artist called Sierra Hull, who's a mandolin player. It's kind of like country bluegrass. Music's just this awesome place where there's always something new. So whether it's folk or jazz or post-rock, it's great to explore.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, definitely. So many different categories for all different individuals. It is a personal experience. So do you have any final words or advice for the audience at home that's listening?
Sure. I guess just following on with the advice to take some notes about how you use music. Think about what music means to you. And I guess I'd also say that your music taste is unique. Music is so deeply personal and it's a part of your identity. And how you present your music and what you do with your music taste, that is part of how you broadcast who you are to the world. So I would say be proud of who you are. Don't be ashamed to like certain types of music. It's part of you, and you're great.
Really, really great advice. Really, really important words there. So I'll just let it sink in for everyone. But thank you so much, James, for joining us on here today. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you and the work that you're doing. And good luck for the rest of your masters.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm very excited to finish up and register and get out there and be helping more people.
Yeah,
Thanks
sounds
for
good.
having me.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, Cindy.